Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Sheri from Debbi Minero. Oh, we had fun with this on our Tangle Time sessions, world premiere event. And because I like to do that when we have new tangles from our community that we present. All right. Oh, this is such a fun one. All right. Starts off with an orb in the center of wherever you want it. And of course, however, what size, whatever, that's the neat thing. If you've ever watched some of the replays, and I shall hopefully have this one up posted within the next few days. It's so interesting when you see the screenshot afterwards and everybody's dimensions. The orb might be really big or might be really small. And then, in the different sections, it's really, really neat what you can do when you play with these things. All right. Next, we're going to do some C-shaped curve lines touching the orb. I had to think several times about this. All right. And first one is the easiest. So like that. But then, and I'm going to do it the way I switched the way I was doing it, and I don't know if I like it. So I'm going to start on this side. I was starting here because we want to leave an opening there, but I'm going to start this side so I can place it because we're going to do 3 of them. Of course, you could do more. Up to you. And I have to think about this a couple times. All right, like that. And then you can always extend these. So you want to create this opening here between them. And then the last one, you fit it however you can fit it. I always think it ends up being a little flatter, but it's one of those, it doesn't really matter. And it looks just fine. I surprise myself every time, though I'm a little lopsided, but that's okay. All right. Uneven on the page. Next, from the center, we're going to do C-shaped curve lines, smaller. So coming to the end, like that, essentially creating seed shapes. So we'll do that with all of them. And of course, like this one, well, I might, if you end up, I need to extend it. Of course you can. Blah. All right. Then, now this, you can do this a couple of ways. We're going to put a triangle in here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to essentially aura this, and I'll show you with what I did. I did do it a little different on one because the way I saw it on Deb's initial, on the step out, on this step, it looked like more of a regular triangle. But then later in some of the others, it looked more like this. What's neat is you can do it any way you wish. Okay. Like so. Then, on the tops of all of these, we're going to put a little flux shape or, teardrop shape. So it looks like this, or tethered orb, whatever way you want to think about it. If you're newer to Zentangle and you've not done the tangle flux, this is Rick's version of flux, essentially. And so that's why I call it a flux shape, because that's what it looks like. Oh, I know on a video once Maria called it a tethered orb. And I'm like, well, that's a good way to put it too, because it's like we're tethering it right here, stretching it out like that. Kind of could think of it as a sort of thought bubble too. Like that. And that is it. Except you get to play and have fun. Now, you get to decide, of course, how you wish to play and have fun. Let's do this. Let's see. And what I decided to do on my version of the step outs is to like, this was my last step. And then the kind of like the final one without the red was just my version of playing. And so I, of course, have to put a line ... on these because it's, all right, it's not required. This is Heather's rules for things. because I love the line dot dot. It just looks so neat. All right, so starting there, because I know I want to do that. One thing I didn't do, because no, I did the same thing a couple times. Let's do this because I did like it on hers. She just divided these seed shapes, and that kind of looked neat. And here you could also, let's go this way. You could add a little curve one way or the other. Doesn't have to be a straight line. That can add a little bit of character to it. That's why I like the line dot dot, because sometimes I'll do flux and it's just like, oh, these look like withered balloons, and you put that line dot dot in all of them and it's just like, oh, classes it right up. Okay, and then let's do this. Oh, I know. I'm going to start here and I'm going to aura. Sometimes you can aura and you're auraing like all of the sides. I just decided I wanted to. Oh, and I might not fill it in. Ooh. I like it when I have ideas that just pop off of my head. All right, let's get this one. And let's see what then it looks like. All right. Oh, I think I have another idea. And that is, let's see, let's see. I want to thicken one side of it. Well, let's just thicken this side. I almost want to do the top and one side, but I don't know how that's going to look. So, I can just do one side and see how that looks and go from there. And I think I might be liking that just fine. Kind of gives it that, yeah, I like that. The look that there's I can't think of the right word, but you know what? I'm going to thicken this side too. Gives it some depth. All right. And then decide which way I want it. I think I shall be filling in this orb in the center. Leaving some shine. Ooh, like that. Like it. Now for some shading. All right, let's go dramatic-ish. All right, I always like to do seed shapes from either end. So we'll start with those. Yeah, okay. Oh. I knew I felt like I was missing something. It's too quick. All right. And I like to bring it in about a third of the way. Look at how that makes it bendy and shiny. If you use a darker graphite, it adds, you can see it adds a lot of drama, but that can really make it, look metallic-ish, depending. Oh, I like it. Okay, now, not sure what I want to do with that, but I do know here, right in the center, I just put a little ball of graphite, and then I'm just bringing it up into each one. That looks neat. Might just use what's left on the Tortillion. Let's see. Because they're small, I don't want to have the graphite remorse, right? Ooh, just a little bit like that. So you could use what's left on the Tortillion, and if it seems to run low, you could always do like this. Grab some from there, especially where it might be too dark. Without spreading it any further, right? Just a little. actually, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, a little graphite right where I added the line there. That'll make it look even more like it's hollow. Oh yes, like that. Let's see, we'll show it that way. No, this way. I like it, and I hope you did too. Let me show you what I did on our sessions today. And if you've been watching me, you hear me say it over and over again. Thursdays classes are called Tangle Time. It's free. They're an hour long. We take a tangle or two. This time it was just one. And play with it however you wish to play with it. You can work on whatever you want with whatever you want. I usually remember to say that at the beginning. And this is what I decided to do on the first one. I just wanted to do one giant one. If you look at Deb's step out, you'll see in her sample that you can continue. Oh, I didn't finish redefining the lines. Okay, point of order. When you put graphite and chalk and stuff, you can see I redefined these lines. So I just went over it with the same size pen. I did the center and that one. Just look at the difference. It doesn't look bad that way, but just, ooh, wow, right? So had fun with that one. And then on our PM session, I decided to go dark and have a little extra fun with it. And that I did. So this is the kind of fun we have. If you have not joined us, please, if you have time in your schedule, come and join us. It's free and it's a lot of fun. And there's no, you get to do whatever you want to do. So, and you don't even have to show your work if you don't want to. It's all okay. The objective is to explore tangles and to have fun. All right, so I've mentioned the description section, so go check out Deb's Tangle there. I do have my own version of the step out, as I always do. Below that is my link tree, so if you want to come join, do so. There are links there. Below the step out, sorry, got ahead of myself. Below the step outs is my link tree. There you will find links to follow me for classes. I have some shopping links on there. Website if you want to follow my blog. We have a Tangle Addicts community. The link is there as well. That one, though, I want to make sure everyone knows you have to answer all 4 of the questions. That way I know I'm dealing with a person that wants to join the group, that wants to, participate as we, have there. And, by answering all the questions, then I know that. And let's see, what other fun things are there? I think that's it. So it's self-explanatory. I just like to highlight those things. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.